Okay, Doctor, let's take a look at some of the challenges you've talked about, and one that is very significant is a pro-cyclical fiscal position that Nigeria has really been, at least in the last few years, perhaps from 2014, 2015 to 2021. How do you think that these challenges can be addressed, especially taking a look at our fiscal imbalances, debt servicing, high debt profile? Just earlier on, I did say that Nigeria's borrowings from the World Bank rose to about 13.6 billion dollars. Our debt profile is around 44 trillion naira, excluding the ways and means. So, how do you think that we can address the challenge of fiscal imbalance?
Well, I won't even exclude the ways and means because the only way that ways and means can be sorted is if it is put into the debt pool. So it's probably going to be more about not like 70 trillion at the end of the day. But the debt itself, the actual volume of the debt itself, in my opinion, is not the main problem. I always say that debt, the things that you should consider when you're looking at debt is not necessarily the volume of the debt. It's actually what the debt is being used for. What are we spending on? And once we agree that what is being spent on makes sense, is actually good for the economy, it could help the economy generate revenue in the medium to long term, then that's not the issue. The bigger issue is whether we're able to repay that debt. And the economy's ability to pay the debt is sound. You have a 200 trillion naira economy. The debt to GDP is about 30%, so it's still comfortable, which means that the capacity of the country to repay the debt exists, but the problem is in the ability of the country to pay that debt. That's why our tax to GDP is about 6 to 8%. It means we are only collecting 6 to 8% of a 200 trillion naira economy. Now, the only way you can handle that, well, you can handle it in three ways. One, you can expedite growth from the 3%, maybe take it to something like 10%. So your ratio still stays, but because the denominator increases, you get a lot more revenue to spend as well as to repay your debt. So you don't have to do anything in increasing the ratio. All you have to do is push your growth. And if you push your growth, even if it stays at 6 to 8% of GDP, because your GDP is larger, the overall tax you have to collect is also